Hello, and welcome. Before this video ends, your relationship with money is going to change permanently. Because what I'm about to share with you is not taught in schools, not explained by banks, not told by your parents, and definitely not advertised on social media. These are money secrets that powerful people quietly follow, while the rest of the world keeps running on the same broken system. And if you stay with me till the end, you will understand why most people stay poor, even when they work hard. Let me ask you something serious. Have you ever noticed, no matter how much money you earn, it always feels like it disappears? Salary comes, bills go, stress stays. That's not an accident. That is design. Here is the first secret they never told you. Money is not about how much you earn. It is about how you think. Two people can earn the same amount. One becomes rich. The other stays broke forever. Why? Because the rich use money as a tool. The poor treat money as a reward. Schools teach you how to get a job. Jobs teach you how to survive. But nobody teaches you how to make money work for you. And that's the trap. Here's the second secret. The system is not built to make you rich. It is built to make you comfortable enough to never escape. You're trained to chase security. Rich people chase control. You are told to save. They are taught to invest. You are told to avoid risk. They are trained to manage it. And the moment you realize this, you stop playing the same game. Now listen carefully to this next part. The world doesn't reward hard workers. It rewards problem solvers and owners. If you trade time for money, you will always run out of time. But when you own systems, assets, businesses, skills, influence, money keeps flowing, even while you sleep. This is why the rich never brag about salaries. They brag about equity. Third secret, debt is not always bad. Bad debt is bad. Smart debt builds empires. The poor use debt to buy things that lose value. The rich use debt to buy things that produce income. Same word, different result. And here is the most dangerous secret of all. Your environment controls your income. If everyone around you thinks small, you will think small. If everyone around you is afraid of risk, you will stay afraid. If everyone around you is chasing comfort, you will chase it too and never grow. Your income will almost always match the average thinking around you. And this is why most people never escape their financial level. Because they upgrade their lifestyle, but never upgrade their mindset. If this is already hitting you, then you're exactly where you need to be. Because in the next part, I'm going to reveal the real rules the wealthy live by, and how you can start applying them even if you're starting from zero. Stay with me. This is where your life begins to change. If you are still here, that already tells me something important about you. It means you feel that something about money in this world is not right. And you are correct. Because most people are playing a game they don't even know the rules of. And that is exactly why they keep losing. Let me pull the curtain back. From the moment you are born, you are placed inside a financial system that was designed long before you existed. A system where obedience is rewarded, curiosity is discouraged, and questioning the rules makes you difficult. You are taught to sit down, stay quiet, memorize answers, pass exams, get a job, pay bills, repeat for 40 years. Retire when your body is too tired to enjoy life. And they call that success. But here's the truth they never tell you. That path was never built for freedom. It was built for control. Real money doesn't come from following the system. It comes from understanding it. And the moment you truly understand it, you stop being a worker inside the machine and start becoming an owner of the machine. Here's the first brutal rule of money. Your income will never rise higher than your identity. If you see yourself as just a normal person, your finances will stay normal. If you see yourself as someone who solves big problems, money begins chasing you. This is why mindset is not motivation. It is financial architecture. Let me tell you a secret about rich people that most motivational speakers never explain. They are not smarter. They are not luckier. They are not more talented. They simply see money differently. Where you see cost, they see leverage. Where you see risk, they see opportunity. Where you see work, they see systems. And systems are everything. You don't get rich by working harder. You get rich by building things that work without you. That's why employees have limits, and owners have no ceiling. But nobody tells you this, because if everyone became an owner, who would stay in the jobs? Here's the next secret that makes people uncomfortable. Your comfort is your greatest enemy. The system doesn't want you broke. It wants you comfortable enough to never rebel. A little money, a little entertainment, a little distraction, a little hope, just enough to keep you asleep. Because once a person becomes uncomfortable, they start asking dangerous questions. Now listen to this carefully. Money flows to people who create value, not people who beg for salary. If your income depends only on your time, you are one accident, one sickness, one crisis away from disaster. The wealthy don't trade time. They trade solutions. And the bigger the problem you solve, the more money you attract. This is why the richest people on earth are not the hardest workers. They are the biggest problem solvers. Next secret. Most people are poor because they chase money. The wealthy attract money by chasing mastery. Skills make you powerful. Power attracts opportunity. Opportunity creates money, not the other way around. You don't become wealthy by saving what you earn. You become wealthy by increasing what you are worth. And this is where everything begins to shift. Your value determines your income. Your income determines your options. Your options determine your freedom. And here comes the most dangerous truth of all. If you don't design your financial life, someone else will design it for you. Banks, employers, governments, corporations, they already have a plan for your money. Do you? Because if you don't control your cash flow, you don't control your life. This is the moment most people wake up. This is the moment you start seeing the invisible game being played around you. And in the next part, I'm going to reveal the exact behaviors that separate the financially powerful from the financially trapped, and how you can start shifting sides immediately. Do not miss what comes next, because this is where the rules change. The rich use debt to buy things that produce income. Same word, different result. And here is the most dangerous secret of all. Your environment controls your income. If everyone around you thinks small, you will think small. If everyone around you is afraid of risk, you will stay afraid. If everyone around you is chasing comfort, you will chase it too, and never grow. Your income will almost always match the average thinking around you. And this is why most people never escape their financial level, because they upgrade their lifestyle, but never upgrade their mindset. If this is already hitting you, then you're exactly where you need to be. Because in the next part, I'm going to reveal the real rules the wealthy live by, and how you can start applying them even if you're starting from zero. Stay with me. This is where your life begins to change. If part 1 opened your eyes, part 2 is about to completely destroy the lies you were taught about money. Because now you're ready to see what most people never do. Let me show you the trap. Most people believe that when they earn more money, their problems disappear. That is false. What actually happens is this. The moment money increases, lifestyle increases, expenses expand, commitments multiply, pressure grows, and suddenly, you are earning more, but you are more trapped than before. This is the silent prison called the income illusion. People don't become free when they earn more. They become free when they control more. And here is the brutal reality. Control comes from cash flow. Freedom comes from ownership. The wealthy never aim for big paychecks. They aim for multiple streams. Because one stream can dry up. But a river system never does. This is why the rich ask one question over and over again. How can this make me money even when I'm not working? That single question separates the powerful from the desperate. Now here's the truth most people are not ready for. Your job is the slowest way to get rich. Jobs are important. They teach discipline. They provide stability. But they were never meant to build wealth. The moment you understand this, you stop worshipping your job and start using it as a launchpad. And this is where everything changes. Next secret. The poor budget their money. The wealthy design their income. Budgets protect survival. Design builds wealth. The wealthy spend their energy on growth, not restriction. They don't ask, how do I survive this month? They ask, how do I multiply my future? Now let me reveal something powerful. Every rich person you admire follows 3 laws. Law 1. They buy assets first, before comfort, before luxury, before pleasure. They feed the machine that prints money for them. Law 2. They protect their time. Time is not money. Time is more valuable than money. You can lose money and recover. Lose time. And it is gone forever. That's why rich people guard their time like a fortress. Law 3. They think in decades, not days. Poor people think about this weekend. Wealthy people think about the next 10 years. And the future always rewards long-term players. Now here comes the part that stings. Most people know these rules, but never apply them. Why? Because change is uncomfortable, and comfort is addictive. Comfort whispers, stay where you are. Don't take risk. Don't fail. Don't try. But growth demands pain, and pain is the price of power. Here's the turning point. The day you decide that staying the same is more painful than changing, your entire financial destiny shifts. Now listen carefully. The real enemy of wealth is not poverty. It is average thinking, average goals, average habits, average conversations, average friends, average dreams. Wealth is built in isolation, in discipline, in silence, in focus. And this is why most people never escape. Because to build a new future, you must disconnect from the old one. And in the final part, I'm going to show you exactly how the wealthy structure their lives, their money, their decisions, and their mindset, so that money is no longer something they chase, but something that follows them. Do not leave now, because this is where everything becomes real. If you have made it this far, you are already playing a different game. Because most people quit when the truth gets uncomfortable. You stayed. That means you are ready. Now I'm going to give you the real wealth code. The rules that quietly separate the financially unstoppable from the permanently stuck. And this begins with one brutal realization. You will never outperform your self-image. Your bank account is a reflection of how you see yourself. If deep inside you believe you are meant for survival, you will build survival. If you believe you are meant for power, you will build power. Wealth does not start in your wallet. It starts in your identity. This is why affirmations alone don't work. You must become the person who naturally creates wealth. That means changing your standards. Rich people don't ask, what does this cost? They ask, what will this return? They don't ask, can I afford this? They ask, how can I make this afford me? Every decision becomes an investment of time, money, focus, or energy. Next rule, your environment will either build you or break you. If you are surrounded by excuses, you will live an excuse-based life. If you are surrounded by ambition, your standards will rise automatically. That's why growth often feels lonely. You outgrow rooms before you outgrow your dreams. But isolation is the bridge between who you are and who you are becoming. Now here is the real discipline of the wealthy. They live below their means on purpose, not because they are afraid, because they are building something bigger than today. They delay pleasure for freedom. They choose structure over comfort. They choose focus over fun. And that is why later, they choose anything they want. Here's the part most people skip. Execution beats knowledge. You don't need more motivation. You need more movement. Wealth grows when action becomes automatic. Small actions, repeated daily, build unstoppable momentum. And momentum is the true engine of success. Now let me tell you the final secret, the one that changes everything. The wealthy don't wait for confidence. They build confidence by doing. They move before they are ready. They start before they are perfect. They learn by failing. And every failure becomes tuition. They do not fear losing money. They fear losing direction. Because money can be replaced. But wasted potential never returns. This is why most people remain stuck. They wait. They plan. They hesitate. They overthink. While the wealthy execute, adjust, and dominate. Now this is your moment. You can close this video and return to your old habits. Or you can make the decision that separates the few from the many. The decision to rise. The decision to build. The decision to stop being managed by money and start commanding it. Your past does not control your future. Your choices do. From this point forward, your life becomes a project. Your mind becomes a weapon. Your money becomes a tool. And your destiny becomes something you design. Welcome to the new game. Now go play it. And this is why most people never escape. Because to build a new future, you must disconnect from the old one. And in the final part, I'm going to show you exactly how the wealthy structure their lives, their money, their decisions, and their mindset, so that money is no longer something they chase, but something that follows them. Do not leave now, because this is where everything becomes real. And remember this: you were not born to struggle forever. You were not created just to survive. You were built to build something. Every successful person you admire was once exactly where you are now, confused, uncertain, uncomfortable, but decided. Decided to rise. Decided to grow. Decided to stop waiting for the world to change and start changing themselves. The moment you commit to your growth, life starts responding differently. The game changes, the doors open, the money follows, the confidence grows. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need approval. You need courage, because courage is the beginning of wealth. Thank you for giving me your time. Thank you for trusting this message. Thank you for choosing growth instead of comfort. If this video helped you even a little, then my mission is complete. But if it sparked something inside you, don't ignore that feeling. That is your future calling you. I wish you focus. I wish you strength. I wish you discipline. I wish you success that shocks everyone who ever doubted you. May your mind become powerful, your money become loyal, and your life become legendary. Good luck on your journey. The world is waiting for your rise, and your destiny becomes something you design. Welcome to the new game. Now go play it. And this is why most people never escape. Because to build a new future, you must disconnect from the old one. And in the final part, I'm going to show you exactly how the wealthy structure their lives, their money, their decisions, and their mindset, so that money is no longer something they chase, but something that follows them. Do not leave now. because this is where everything becomes real.